Everyone, I'm Vincenzo Calla. Welcome to Top 5 in 5. Today, I'm joined by the NDP MPP for Ottawa Centre, Joel Harden, for episode 8. Thanks, Joel, for joining me today.
Pleasure being here.
So let's get right into these fun and simple questions. Question 1 is, what is your favorite book?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the Tao of Pooh. So Tao of Pooh, Pooh, and it's a Zen Buddhist reflection on Winnie the Pooh, the character. And what I love about it is that it's a reflection on why we need to worry about busyness and distraction in our lives and to focus on what actually matters. In the world with constant messages, constant platforms, constant communication, I value that message. So people should check it out.
That sounds like an interesting book that if you're interested in that, go check it out. The second question is, what is your favorite food?
So this is a hard question because I'm a chef. I'm the chef in our house and I love food. And one of the best things about being a politician in downtown Ottawa is there's so much really good food. So it's hard to pick. But if I had to pick, I would pick Mexican cuisine. I just love its freshness. I'll eat it all year round, not only in the summertime when it's hot. That would be my pick. That would be my pick if I had to pick. A long time ago, before I became a politician, I went down to southern Mexico and actually took a cooking course with a couple of chefs there, and it was absolutely fascinating working with ingredients I'd never tried before, and knowing that a guacamole is just one of many moles. There's even a chocolate mole, Vincenzo.
That sounds delicious. Unfortunately, that I don't usually find that at the supermarket, but I wish I could, because that sounds very interesting, probably very good. I mean, yeah, for sure. And are you have you cooked any meals for the caucus yet?
Good question. No, I have not. And people who know me know that food and politics with Joel go hand in hand. So I've often said, and this was pre-COVID, that I got to work on a pot of chili for all the colleagues. So that, once we get past these worries about sharing utensils and we're well into the clear, I look forward to doing that one day. We should do that. Good reminder.
Hopefully for the next election, you can have a big party with all the candidates.
There you go.
The third question is, what is your favorite hobby?
I am an inveterate cyclist. I love cycling most places, all times of year. I'm a winter cyclist too. And I consider it a form of therapy because when I'm getting somewhere on a bike, you're looking around, you're trying to be aware of your surroundings for safety, but you're also breathing in that air. And I'm an ADHD person. I'm an attention deficit disorder person, grown up with it. The drawback of it is sometimes focus is hard. So the good thing about a little bit of exercise between meetings and various commitments is that it helps temper the inner dragon a little bit and give you some focus. It also helps keeping you healthy.
Well, cycling, I like to cycle sometimes when I can in the summer. Obviously, things get in the way and I walk too. But, cycling is just a good way to connect with nature while riding your bike, especially there's lots of great cycling paths across Ottawa, lots of great NCC paths, and just
absolutely
seizing that opportunity. So the fourth question is, what is something that you have always wanted to do?
Something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to visit the country where my stepdad's family traces back to, and that's Lebanon. My grandmother was born in a little town called Rishaya, which is on the border of Syria and Lebanon, and I've never seen it. My formative years of my life with my stepdad are age 9 to now. And I've always I've been to Ottawa to Lebanese events. I really appreciate the Lebanese community in our city. It's like 4 to 5% of our city. It's a huge community, but I've never been to the country, and I would really like to go. I really like to go because we apparently still have pockets of family back there in the Asili clan. That's the surname of the folks out there. And apparently they can really cook and they can really show you a good time, and they can show me around the historic nature of the land. And I would love to do that one day. I don't know if it's going to be possible if I'm in politics, but maybe in retirement.
Maybe in your retirement time, go out and explore the world and explore some of the different roots of family members you have. So the fifth and final question is, what is one piece of life advice that you want to give?
Don't take yourself too seriously. I think if if there's one thing I see in my profession and in my neighborhood in general, there's something about our society. And that's why I love the book, The Tao of Pooh, because it teaches the opposite message. Not that we should be unserious. I think you should approach your life in a serious and intentional way. But sometimes we get really wrapped up in being correct and right all the time. And what it leads people to do is avoid risk, avoid experimentation, go with a perceived safe option. And I think that's a mistake. I think we should embrace risk. I think we should embrace experimentation in our life, because that's the only way we're going to be able to move forward in a truly progressive way. I mean, I don't care where you sit, if you're in business, if you're in politics, if you're just thinking about how to help raise a child, or anything you're passionate about, your art, your sport, whatever it is. I think embracing risk is really important. And that involves taking yourself a little less seriously, because if you take yourself a little less seriously, you don't mind messing up, even if you mess up in public. That's part of it. People have often told me, what's the best training to be in politics? I tell them, sign up to your local drama improv group, experiment with different ideas and characters, stretch yourself a little bit, because that's when I think you get to be a little bit more comfortable in your own skin, and you begin to appreciate how different people will look at the same thing differently. And last but not least, as you're taking yourself less seriously, find a little joy in your life. There's a lot of difficult and heady things in our world, and we need to find those moments where we can seek joy and remember that in as much as there's a lot of suffering, there's a lot of things for which we should be thankful. So that's about taking yourself less seriously and finding the joy in every moment that you can.
Well, that's some really great advice to leave off on, Joel. So that is all for today. Thank you, Joel, for joining me today. If you liked today's interview, make sure to check out our other interview with today's guest on YouTube for Let's Discuss Politics. To stay updated, make sure to follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and here on Instagram at VC Productions 25. Check out my website at vincenzocalla.com and make sure to like and share this video. Make sure to also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Choose to get notifications. The link is in my bio. Top 5 and 5 is a VCalla Production. So until the next video, I'm Vincenzo Calla, signing out.